Hello everybody and welcome back to Sunshine Islands. It is now the 19th day of winter. So it is our birthday, our in-game birthday, as well as the mining festival. So I have been keeping a couple of choice pieces of ore and gems in hopes of entering them into the festival. So I have a couple of different items here. I've got a few pieces of gold, a moonstone, a copper piece, and a ruby. Initially, when I was going down into the mine, I really had no idea what was going to affect how you placed in the mining festival, whether it was quality, size, freshness, the cost of the ore slash gem, or what have you. And as it turns out, the only thing that affects how you're going to place in the mining festival is the quality. So a 5.5 point quality item was the best that I was able to do, and I found these on various points in the mine. I sometimes found them really early on, let's say maybe floor 15 or floor 20. Some of them I found after floor 25. I'm not entirely sure what affects the quality of the items, but that's just kind of what I was able to find. It may have something to do with your mining degree points as well. I would imagine the further down you go, the better quality stuff that you can get. But I think based on all of these items, I'm probably just going to submit the ruby. And we'll kind of go from there. If I'm not submitting the gold, I guess I'll add it to my gold total so that I can sell those. Or not sell them, so I can give them to Lily. Oh my god, there's no way I'm selling those. Gold takes me way too long to get for me to sell them. So we need to go to the festival first, of course, and then once the festival has finished at 6 o'clock, we can go around, we can get our birthday gifts, and we can also do our regular talking and gift giving and such at the same time. So it's sunny today. I have no idea if it's going to be sunny tomorrow, but I'm going to put my chickens outside. This is one of the things I love about chickens, is they're just so easy to pick up and to throw outside, or pick them up and bring them back inside. I'm not quite sure why my barn animals are unhappy. I'm hoping that the brush will alleviate some of their stress. I know that they were unhappy because of the blizzard, but it's been a couple of days since I've had a blizzard, so I'm not quite sure why they're still that way, because I've been feeding them and such each day. I'll just have to keep an eye on them and see how they are. And I do hope that the brush will help me a little bit. It's a total pain to have to keep equipping and unequipping items because I only have the 4 slots. But as you can see, you can also use it on your horse. And I didn't get around to changing my wonderfuls around yesterday. I know that I want to put the yellow wonderful in the brush at some point, but I didn't get around to it. It's not really important. It helps get more affection and decrease your pet's stress by more, but I'm not really all that worried about it. I still have a few stumps to clear out on the map, As you can see, most of these are little boulders. My whole property is littered with boulders. And then the large boulders that I have would require both Yellow Wonderfuls in my hammer to get rid of them. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll do that right now. I'll clear out the last stump that I have on my farm, and then I will take the Yellow Wonderful off my axe and I'll put it into the brush instead. I've got my fishing rod in hand so we can maybe do a bit of fishing at the festival. And before I leave, I should also ship those eggs so that I get a little bit of money today. So the festival starts at 10 o'clock. I have made a save at the start of this day, so if I really want to, I could reload my save after I'm done recording this just to kind of get a little bit more out of my day, but I'm honestly not that worried about it. Some days are sort of just write-offs. Unless I'm mining in the wintertime, I haven't really found myself doing a lot, except for just regular maintenance type of stuff. So chopping down branches and breaking boulders and doing those kinds of things. So I'll go feed my pig first, just so I don't have to come back to this island. And because there's really no one to talk to, we can just kind of head on over to the festival. I will use some of my stamina today because I will do my regular sort of fishing at the festival, kind of cheese it that way. Make sure you have the ore that you want to enter before you go over to the island for the festival, of course, that's important. And the other thing I should mention is do not enter junk ore, even if you had a top 10 star quality piece of junk ore and it was the best item that you had. You don't want to enter it because you're not going to win, and I think you actually automatically place last anytime that you enter junk ore. It's kind of a no-brainer, but I mean, if you're going by quality alone and you had a really nice quality junk ore, I can definitely see someone entering that and then being completely confused. I tried to do a little bit of fishing yesterday off screen after I did a video, but I was having absolutely no luck whatsoever. And because it was snowing yesterday, my stamina was draining so fast. So I think I managed to catch like 3 fish and a boot and a can, and then the remainder of my stuff got away from me. So I was able to catch a couple of fish in a row there before I sorted my inventory, and now I'm just back to catching boots. Which, you know, that seems to be the case. Really, it's too good to be true if you're catching multiple fish. You can't get too lucky, you know? But I seem to have a lot of really good luck fishing at these festivals. And there's another 3 in a row. Oh man, so yesterday I went from having no fish for Lana to now having 10 fish, which means that I have already managed to catch 7 here at the festival, which is so good. I should honestly start selling some of these as well. because if I don't start selling them, I am just going to have to fish for longer and longer and longer, because I need to ship 100 for our sunstone. Alright, as much as I would love to just keep fishing, this is technically a mining festival, so I need to get on with it here. So let's put my fishing rod away, bring out our ruby so we can show Regis, and let's speak to everybody, see who's here today. Lily's here. Better ore is more valuable. I want to find some good ore too. Did you get any good ores? Ooh, look at that. Julia has an orange heart. That must have changed after we gave her her present yesterday, which is awesome. There are all kinds of ores and gems. It's amazing. I love pretty things. Yes, you do. You're a girly girl. Eliza said she wants a shiny stone. Maybe I should go to Volcano Island too. Maybe when you're older, kid. And here's Lana. And Mirabelle is here. I don't know why, but I get so much pleasure looking at these shiny gems. Are you going to Ender? I'll be rooting for you. And then Felicia's here as well. And then Regis and Sabrina are sort of running the event. There's a lot of valuable ore hidden on Volcano Island. Yes, there is. So once you've spoken to everybody, you can go ahead and enter your ore. Now, you get friendship points for talking to everybody at this festival, so I would recommend doing that beforehand, even if you just want to kind of hammer through their dialogue. And then when you're ready, you just go ahead and show Regis whatever it is that you want to enter, and then he'll start judging. Let the judging begin. So it's our character and a bunch of reskinned mining sub-villagers. So despite the fact that the second villager looks like Isaac, it's not Isaac. It must be his twin brother. But Slater's here. So we're actually competing against someone who lives on the island. And Slater won, which doesn't surprise me. Usually if you're running against somebody who kind of lives on the island, I find that they tend to win, like Lana winning the fishing competition, for example. It is his job, so it doesn't surprise me. But we did get second place, which is pretty good, because normally I cheese the hell out of this festival by entering a high quality birthday gift that I get. And I don't usually do it myself, so I'm pretty happy with that for our first year. That's better than we do with most festivals, if I'm being honest. So maybe next year we'll win. I certainly hope you'll do better next year. Gee, thanks. Here's your prize, wonderful pieces. Alright, so yeah, second place, I'll take it. But even so, when we talk to everybody, they're gonna throw a pity party. It would be kind of nice, I think, if the villagers had different dialogue depending on how you placed. Because I feel like they pity you just as much for placing fourth as much as they do if you place second. But anyways, I think that you have to have a gem with at least 6 points of quality to be able to win. So for me, if that's the case, I lost literally by a hair, because all of the gems that I had were 5.5 points of quality. And trust me, I couldn't manage to muster anything with a quality of 6. The good news is, though, that because quality is the only thing that matters for this festival, when I find something in the mine that has a quality of 6, I can just throw it in my cabinet and hold on to it all year and it will never degrade. So I literally have all year with no concerns about my item rotting or going bad or anything like that, to be able to win that festival next year. We need to go talk to some people and get our birthday presents. In order to get a birthday present from a villager, they have to have 7 hearts or more. In our case, this means very few villagers. So we should be able to get a gift from Natalie and Julia. They both have 8 hearts. Lana, looks like she'll give us a gift. And I think Ganon is the only other one with 8 hearts. So we're getting very few gifts this year, but I hope we'll get a couple of nice things. So I'm gonna stop in and see Taro to get the weather prediction. It's gonna snow, which means I have to go put my chickens inside. Isn't it your birthday today? Here's a present from me. So they'll wish you a happy birthday and you will get your gift if they have a birthday present for you. So each villager gives you a gift on a 3-year rotation. So their gifts change every year up until year 3, and then after that the gifts rotate. So you would get the same gift in year 1 and in year 4. So Natalie, for example, actually, she has given us her favorite gift. The fruit sandwich is her 800-point gift. So you can sit on this gift until her birthday and give it back to her for major affection. You can ship this. It ships for a decent amount of cash. You could eat this when you go mining and you would get a huge boost of stamina. It's all up to you. I find that a lot of the villagers, for at least 1 year of their gift giving, will generally give you something that they like. Which is kind of weird in a way. It's like, hey, here's a gift for you, but I wouldn't mind if you gave that back to me. It's a little bit of a weird system. So, nope, I don't need to come in here, but I guess I'll say hi. I need to stop in at Mirabelle and Julia's. Somebody had also left me a comment asking why I didn't want to befriend Mirabelle more, because she does give you a decent gift. She gives you an egg that can be used to incubate on your farm to get a new brand of chicken, and Mirabelle doesn't actually sell that chicken until you win the chicken festival. But the reason that I haven't done that is because she doesn't give you that gift until year 2, so I'm not missing out by not having her at that friend level at the end of my birthday on year 1. And by the time my birthday hits this time next year, I shouldn't have an issue having access to that particular brand of chicken. But that is something to keep in mind, and I do want to thank the person who pointed that out in the comments. Mirabelle does give you an egg that you can use to incubate to get a special type of chicken on your farm in year 2. It's your birthday today, right? Well, here's a present from me. Happy birthday. Thank you, Lana, Julia. Oh my god. I was just thinking that we have to go to Lana's house next. So we got some superb mayonnaise from Julia. Once again, she likes that gift. You can give that back to her if you'd like. But I'll probably just sell it. I am going to give Lily her piece of gold real quick while we're here. Where does the time go? I don't know why I'm making these videos so long. I feel like I'm ranting and raving. That's the thing about this game. It just passes by so quick because there's always just so much to do. It's crazy. Sabrina does not have a gift for us, but I should give her her moonstone. And luckily, the only two people left that have gifts for me are on this island, which makes it easy. Here, Nick, it's a birthday present from me to you. Some sort of food dish. What did she give me? Paella. Ooh. Well, thank you. I actually, in return, have a fish for you today. I think it's been maybe 2 or 3 days since I've given her a gift because I was just way too lazy to fish. So I am probably actually going to ship some fish as well and not just hoard all of those for her. And then finally, our last gift this year is going to come from Ganon. I heard it's your birthday. It ain't much, but here's a present. Yes, a piece of golden lumber. That is why I wanted to befriend Ganon for our first year. Now, this might not seem all that important, and in retrospect, I guess it isn't really. One single piece isn't entirely helpful, but I would argue that it is also very helpful in its own way. So you can buy golden lumber from Ganon for $100,000 a piece, which, nope, that's just not happening. We can get another piece of golden lumber from Witch Princess for our birthday in year 2. And then the other way to get golden lumber is by random chance by visiting the Animal Island. I haven't gotten the opportunity to really go into how we might be able to do that and how we're going to utilize Animal Island just yet because we only just raised it yesterday. But I will elaborate on that a little bit and talk a little bit more about that. But basically, golden lumber is very hard to come across, and in this game it has one very, very important function. You can use it for multiple things, but it actually is very important when it comes to growing trees. And once we build our bridge over to Fruit Island and we get into how to grow trees, that will become a little bit more clear. That's just one more thing in this game that I have not yet had the chance to talk about, that I do need to talk about at some point. So I'm gonna go ahead and ship a couple of fish here. I'm gonna sell my rubies because at this point I have cleaned Isaac out of all of his sunstones, and I'm gonna save the emeralds for Slater. And that's about it for me. I really gotta hurry up and close this video out. But I knew it was going to be a busy day today. I knew there was a lot of stuff for us to sort of go over and to talk about. So I've got a couple of days before I have to come back for our Starry Night Festival, which is another romantic festival, so that should be great. And we'll see where I'm at during that time, and if there's anything else I can talk about in the meantime. I want to thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.